Welcome back to Universal Talk, Ep.1, Part 2. What's up?
But one thing though, but at least the reality is, there's still gonna be times and there's gonna be days, you know what I mean, that you still that you can be angry, or feel mad or resentment, anything. I mean, these are feelings that we go for. I mean, it happens in our day-to-day lives for some people. You know what I mean? And we everyone can relate them. Some more than others. Some, not so much. But I think the thing is to really understand there is a system in life, and energy is a big part of it. You know what I mean? And we
Right.
don't know everything. And I think a part of it is science, quantum physics, metaphysics, of course, like many different teachings, and rather astrology, you know what I mean, numerology. They're all parts of and components of life, if you really look at it, because that's what we're aware of. That's, as being a human being, that's why we're here, We experience it no matter whether you believe in it or not, but there's sometimes it's like, whether you believe in atoms or not, but, we can prove they're there, but that's not everything. That's not the end all be all. It goes much deeper than that, and that's where beyond what we our scientists even know. You know what I mean? And beyond what maybe religion tells us, or what or gurus tell them. Some things you got to figure out yourself, and a lot of that is to really take in what resonates with you, and then because sometimes we can think something's a truth, but you can also hear the term, there's only half truth. You know what I mean? And a lot of times the other half of the truth is what resonates with you and works for you. Then it's your truth, but not necessarily somebody else's truth, or at least their whole truth, because everyone is their own person. And some things in life only make sense to why would one human be interested in one thing and the other one's completely not interested in that, but totally interested in something else? Because then their soul has different truths and different yearnings, and what it's what mission it has for, and what it wants to express. You know what I mean? And through this body, and most of that, the only way, like you said, being more open-minded. I'm not saying be open-minded in a way where it's just naive and just, open-minded and just do whatever. A lot of times be open-minded to understand that you don't know everything. And maybe when there's somebody, regardless of what nationality or creed or whatever it is, or the fact is, you don't have to be like that person, but there may be something that they do or that resonates with you, that you be like, hey, maybe I should hop on board and maybe learn that technique, or maybe learn something about that, because they do it. It seems a very positive, or it seems like it's a better system. You know what I mean? And if it makes sense and and it's better for you, then why not? But to do that, you would have to be open-minded and beyond, and to understand there's powers that be in a system and a cycle that works beyond what we've been told and what we've even experienced ourselves. That's why a lot of times you want to experience it until you go try something new or step out of your comfort zone. So we all would understand that, because there is a lot of fear and doubt in the world. We know that. That's why the object is to really, rather meditate or away, or have passion, be passionate about other things than worrying about fear and doubt. Watching the news and simple things. A lot of it's not always so much like it has to be so esoteric or metaphysical, but I think a lot of things in life really just requires common sense as well. You know what I mean? If you're always around, there's scripture, if you want to use from the Bible, whatever, that said, bad association spoils useful habit. That would kind of make sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be
Absolutely.
Much of a spiritual
It's
thing.
a no-brainer. Right.
You hang out with a lot of bad people, or a bad crowd, or just a lot of negative energy,
Right.
or eat a lot of negative or low vibrational foods, naturally and energetically, or even literally in your reality, and it probably affect your in your personal reality, which is a personality, a reflection of your reality,
Right.
in a sense. And these things will affect your personality, and you'll see how that affects your lifestyle, and then you'll see what kind of, if you're a higher vibrational creature or more of a lower vibrational creature, and you'll see it in the way you act or how you feel and everything else that comes with that.
So just to jump in on that, I think that that's also a really big thing. I think we're living in a time, once again, where people are starting to become more aware of how even their diet, I mean, this is nothing new, but when you realize how it works with energy and with the universe, and as well as your biology, I gotta tell you, I mean, like now, I used to eat a lot more, like, up into my 20s. I used to eat, or, I think we eat for a lot, like just fast food and all this other stuff and everything, just whatever stuff, takeout and everything all the time, a lot of times, unless, we happen to have like something that mom cooked at home or blah, blah, blah. But besides
Yeah,
that,
I know, I was there.
yeah, exactly. And we had, I mean, I don't know about you, but I had like a lot of like sugar imbalances. I had a lot of like issues, just different things, whatever stuff. And now that I've gotten mostly organic, unless we just want to go out and get something. But for the most part, we're mostly organic. We don't eat really hardly any.
At least you're conscious. At least for the most part, you're conscious of what
Right,
you're eating.
right,
At the
right.
back, you're one day vegan, vegetarian the next day, but at least
Yeah.
you're doing your best. You're conscious of what
Right,
you're eating.
right.
It's nothing like
Exactly. In other words, that's not eating junk food. We don't really have candy and this around the house, so it's not accessible and things like that. So it's all these little things that actually helps clear your mind and your body. And here's the thing: how can your body be healthy if it's only eating flavored cardboard, which essentially is what all fast food and takeout, all that stuff. It really is. They're giving you the bottom of the barrel. And like a lot of people, they don't really want to see it that way. It's like, it tastes good or it's cheap and this and that and that. Yeah, but here's the problem: there's no nutrients. Your body has nothing to work with. So even though you're full, you're actually starving because your body is not. It doesn't have anything to work with against disease, viruses, blah blah blah. And more importantly, for keeping your mind and your body fresh and new and whatever. And like now, look, I'll be the first one to say, anyone that knows me and stuff, whatever, I likes to have me a good drink. Here and now, like you and me, we talk, whatever and stuff. Guess what? I got me, my little beer off here on the side, have a good time, whatever and stuff. I like to have me a drink. But here's the thing, for everyone's vice. No, listen. But for everyone's vice, there still is the thing where you have to realize, well, what are you doing to compensate? What are you doing to, whatever? And like vices are cool and this and that, whatever, as long as they don't, get the best of you. But, it's like, look, I'm going to be like 50 in like just a couple months, whatever and stuff. I'm really happy about myself because I look at other 50 years, 45-year-olds, this and that and stuff. And it's like, whatever. They look like they're 60 or something or whatever. Or even like people in their 30s and stuff. So it's like, these things are real. You have to take these things and use them. What's that? What's that?
If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
But my thing is just that, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, who knows? Maybe I may drop dead of a, heart attack tomorrow or something. But so far, I'm feeling good, whatever. So in other words, you have to put these things into practice. And I think that that's important because all of that is part of the energy that's going into your body and also the energy that you're putting out. If you're feeling miserable and sick and whatever and stuff, whatever, how happy and positive can you be? That has, it has a lot to do with it,
Yeah, absolutely. But like everything, hey, if you look at it this way, we're like the cosmos, and everything that matters out there matters inside you. You know what I mean? And the more conscious you are of your body, just that triangle, mind, body, and soul. The more you pay attention to all those main components of yourself, obviously, I think it's a better way to navigate through what may to some people be those harsh conditions of life.
Yeah.
And that's something I experienced to some sort. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if I say if you're not that happy of a person, to anyone, I would say, if there's, like you said earlier, how a lot of people are feeling miserable, and I think that's everybody too. I mean, or I can't speak for everybody, but I think many of us, I mean, a great population of the planet, you know what I mean, has either felt like that or is feeling like that in certain ways even now, or
Yeah,
on a daily basis,
totally.
different type of levels. No one can say like I can't say, oh, I wake up every day and I'm just in the best mood, and
Right.
I try to be,
Right.
but or something happens in life or something, like that just hits you, smacks you out of nowhere that you weren't expecting. Like things happen, you know what I mean? Like, like as far as I know, I'm an imperfect being, but I'm just trying to enlighten myself and see how much I can evolve in this lifetime and really understand how to navigate through the game of life, and understanding that there are paths that it basically, like I always say, when present, you create your own reality. When not present, you become part of someone else's reality or agenda, and that's basically
True.
as fast as I can rap.
Right.
I'm gonna say that a lot. I'm gonna say that often.
Yeah. You know what? So, you've gone through this year definitely a lot of changes through your life. We're not going to get into it now because too much too much to get into.
Many episodes. Good.
Well, listen. So what I was going to say is just as like a like a little tidbit, a little tip. I wanted to ask you this before. Do you have like a certain like regiment, a certain thing that you do, how you start off your day, how you kind of get yourself in the right space of mind, so that way you can keep moving forward and you keep manifesting in the right way for you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I like to switch it up from time to time. I don't just like do the same thing repetitive.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But sometimes it depends on how I feel. I like to. It's like when I work out. I like to listen to what my body wants me to do, what I think I should do, what I feel I should do, and I take it from there. You know what I mean? And because I don't just like working out and just follow the same plan every day. You know what I mean? I like to do many different things, and that it depends on what I'm feeling and what I feel is calling me in a sense. What do I? And that's when I start. When I wake up, it's the same way. And some things, handle your business, what you need to get done. I rather what needs to get done, get it out of the way. You know what I mean? And then so I can get to the good stuff and whatever that is. But always, I'm usually some form of meditation in the beginning, whether it's 15 minutes, 10, or a working out, and that can be part of your meditation in a sense. You know what I mean? But just a lot of times switching up, rather take a walk, or if that's what I feel. If I don't feel like doing any working out or any of that, or if I don't feel like meditating, or then if I want to go outside, I always go outside or work out outside. Different things. You know what I mean? I don't think it has to be one thing. You know what I mean? Or
okay.
And me, I personally just like to switch it up. You know what I mean? And just really let my body tell me what I want to do. Let my will, let my soul. And I think that's the best way to wake up. But paying attention to what is your soul want to tell you. What do you feel like? Just be present in what it is you want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because I remember like when you came here, not the last time to visit, but the time before that. Like I said, you were going through like a lot of changes and stuff, and I remember you were even like hanging out, which I thought was pretty cool. In the morning, you were out there. This is like summertime. You were like out there on the porch, chilling out, laying out on the sectional, whatever and stuff. You had like your book you were reading, whatever and stuff and everything. And remember you were talking to me like you were saying like kind of like some of your chakras, you felt like they were kind of off and this and that and stuff, whatever. How do you feel about that lately? Do you think you've been kind of like getting them back? Like, is there any like what you've been doing?
Yeah. I mean,
Thanks for watching this part of the full episode. Much more to be discussed in the next part, so give this video a like, leave us your comments and questions for us to reply to in future episodes, and stay notified on the latest episodes by hitting the subscribe button.